Hello doctors, my uncle is a lung cancer patient. Please tell me what are the long-term side effects of lung cancer treatment?
Lung cancer treatment, or for that matter any treatment that is done for cancer, has side effects. Here in particular, as I see, you are asking me about long term. When you are using a term long term, you are talking about a curable cancer or a cancer which has been treated with an intention of cure. Otherwise, we will not be talking about long term. So, we assume that we are talking about stage 1 to 3 cancers, not the stage 4, which is not curable. These cancers are generally treated with surgery along with chemotherapy and radiation. Now, we need to talk about the side effects due to these factors or these treatments and see what are the important side effects that you should know. I'll talk about the side effects of surgery, and I'll be asking Dr. Nisha to talk about the side effects that are associated with radiotherapy. Now, when we perform surgery, we are reducing the volume of lung that is available based on how much lungs we are removing. Lung has 3 lobes on the right side and 2 lobes on the left side. Most often what we do is what is called as lobectomy, means one lobe of the lung is removed, whichever is the portion of the lung that is affected. Sometimes we do what is called as bilobectomy, where we remove 2 lobes, which is possible on the right side. And rarely we perform what is called as pneumonectomy, where we remove the entire lung. Now, when we remove a portion of the lung or the whole lung, the major side effect that comes up is the inadequacy of the lung that is available, which means the amount of lung that is available for you is not enough for oxygen exchange, because that is a function which the lung does. It is not able to give you the sufficient amount of oxygen exchange that is required, which means when you walk, you get breathless, or when you try to do any strenuous activity, you feel a little bit breathlessness and you need to stop for a while. And this happens with every patient who has undergone lung cancer surgery, but this also can improve with time. Most of the patients recover a good amount of lung volume and are able to cope with this loss of lung over a period of time, especially with physiotherapy and respiratory therapy. So this also can be overcome. What else is possible? Whenever we perform any cancer surgery, like lung cancer surgery as well, we perform what is called as lymph node dissection. Lymph nodes are the filters which are responsible for removing the fluid from the body. So when we do a lymph node dissection around the lung, or in the mediastinum, what we call, that is the center of the chest, the lymph nodes that we remove are also responsible for removing the fluid from rest of the body, like the limbs, sometimes even the lower limb. So the side effect of this lymph node dissection could sometimes be, it is rare though, but it can be a swelling of the hands or swelling of the legs. Though it is rare, it is possible. So these are the main side effects of surgery which you should know. Of course, there are some more things which Dr. Nisha will be discussing with you about the side effects of radiotherapy.
As far as radiation treatment in lung cancer is considered, long-term nagging side effects are very uncommon, especially with the advancement in the field and especially with the advanced treatment techniques that is available. The most common side effect that we come across in the lung cancer patients is radiation pneumonitis, or the inflammation of the lung tissue because of the radiation dose getting deposited in the adjoining areas of the tumor. Radiation pneumonitis usually comes after 1 to 3 months of radiation, or it can even precipitate after 6 months of radiation therapy. The symptoms of radiation pneumonitis is again cough, breathlessness, chest pain, etc. Radiation pneumonitis can be taken care of by your radiation oncologist with the help of a pulmonologist by steroids and other symptomatic medications. In most of the lung cancer patients, this radiation pneumonitis resolves on its own in due course of time. In a select few patients, it can progress to a situation called as radiation fibrosis or the lung fibrosis, that is permanent scarring of a part of lung tissue. Now again, with the advanced technologies, we are not going to irradiate a lot of normal lung tissue, and hence even if fibrosis happens, it is only a very small amount of lung tissue that goes waste, and rest of the lung tissue can take care of the day-to-day functions of a patient. The next long-term side effect of radiation in lung is that of radiation carditis or the inflammation of the coverings of the heart. This again is extremely rare, and it happens when the tumor is very close to the heart, and then there is a lot of radiation going into the heart area as well. Again, with the new motion controlling techniques, we are able to reduce the margins that we are giving to the tumor, and hence heart is not affected very badly even in case of near central tumors. A very rare side effect that happens after SBRT, wherein large amount of radiation doses are delivered to a tumor that is very peripheral or near the bone ribs, is the rib fracture. Again, it is very uncommon, and it can be avoided altogether by keeping the doses towards a rib, minimal or within the tolerance limits. In conclusion, radiation therapy to the lung is very well tolerated, and the side effects are very minimal or rare. We can prevent most of these side effects using the advanced technologies and making a good plan. And if at all these side effects manifest, then we have got ways to control it or to relieve the patient of the symptoms due to these side effects.